Here's to hoping that this video isn't really long and won't be hard to edit. Even with the new setup that I'm going to be doing, you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Hello everyone, my name is Akira and this is my channel called Zach Loves Books. Today we are doing something totally different. Usually I will post individual TBRs for every readathon that I'm doing during the month. So instead, I decided for every month to just compile it into one video instead, because it's much more helpful and much more easier than having to make each separate TBR. So this is the first one for, this month. I'm even planning on doing something different too. The reason for this is because I want to join at least one readathon per month. I could at least join one readathon so that I'm reading at least one book per month. It's something better than nothing. For the first readathon I'm going to be joining for the month of November is Galiadon. The third round of Galiadon. Galiadon is apparently, it's where you basically read your NetGalley arcs. If you don't know what NetGalley is a place where you're able to request for arcs and give feedback on them. And if you don't know what an arc is an advanced reader copy. Basically, it's the version that comes out before the final copy, the one that you see in stores. Typically, they give these out to just anyone part of the book community who puts out any type of book-related stuff. This includes book Twitter, book bloggers, booktubers, bookstagrammers, and more. This readathon is one of the two I'm going to be joining this month. Prop number 1, your newest arc, which I'm really shocked that I got accepted for. It's called Malice by Heather Walter. Somewhere here you'll see the cover. This one I randomly just decided to go for along with many other arcs. Couple I got declined for, which I kind of suspected. I really didn't suspect to get accepted for any of them. But anyway, this is basically a Snow White retelling. Don't quote me on this. Right now, my memory is terrible. I believe this is a Snow White retelling with the evil queen and such like that. But instead, I believe the evil queen or the Snow White falls for each other instead of the prince. That's all I pretty much know about this book. And I refuse to know more than that. This book is apparently not going to be released until next year. I think February, April, one of those months. And I really want to get through this since I have very little arcs on. I thought might as well just try to get through this month. I really doubt there's like 400 something pages, but it would be lovely if I could. So prop number 2 is your oldest arc. My oldest arc is The Night Swim by Megan Golding. I believe hers was The Escape Room. I was actually invited to read this by the publishers. I gave their debut novel 5 stars, which I loved it, and I'm so excited to be reading this. For this one, it's gonna follow my whole routine of not knowing what it's about, which I prefer not to know that much about it. And even when I do, I usually forget it entirely. So I can't wait to be surprised by this. Prop number 3, an arc you're excited for. For this one, I would say all of these books are the most excited for, but I like to put a book for each prompt. This one is Don't Look for Me by Wendy Walker, another author who I read their debut novel, so their publisher came to me and just invited me to read the arc. Both of these books, The Night Swim and Don't Look for Me, are actually out by now. I was hoping to read these way earlier, but it turns out I didn't. So hopefully this month I'm hoping to get some. So prompt number 4, which I don't have a book for, is an arc you regret requesting. I don't have one. Like I said, I only have 3 arcs. I'm not a big person requesting that much. Really excited overall for this readathon. So that's it for this readathon. Let me show you the second one I'm joining. Now, for the second and last readathon I'm joining is Readathin, which is a long month readathon, where it's basically where you just thinning out your TBR. Readathin. For this one, you'll see here a bingo board somewhere over here, and I decided to challenge myself to see if I can get 3 bingos, aka a Z shape. You'll see here a Z shape here, somewhere here. And I'm supposed to do every single prompt / challenge, because not every single thing on here is a prompt that you need a book for. So, without further ado, let's get started with me reading the prompts. Also, RIP, don't know why I'm doing a Z, but you know what? I'm doing it. I don't suspect to read all these books, so again, I'm dragging this out. Let's move on. Prompt number 1 is to read a book you pre-ordered. I'm going to try to put up the bingo board here and maybe the book cover here. I'm going to try to put the bingo board up here so that you can see along with the prompts and see how it's going into a Z. I'm going to try. For this one, I had 2 options actually. Turns out, around the time of the, where this was getting hyped up, turns out I pre-ordered this. The release date was actually September the 1st, and I ordered, I'm pretty sure, September 30th. And it came, the release date, but I had no clue. When I heard that the author was saying that their book is now officially published, I had no clue that it wasn't out already. So it turns out I have 2 actually pre-orders. The other book I decided to use for another one, so I'm not going to mention that one here, but this one I'm going to do for this prompt here. I'm really excited for this. I'm not going to gush anymore, more than I already did in the book haul, which is, oh, I forgot to say the title, Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. Prompt number 2 is to read a book starting with the letter N, like the words the and such like that don't count. Thankfully, surprisingly, I'm so happy I got the chance to double this one up with Galiadon, which is a night swim. That doesn't count, so N is night swim is what it goes here. I'm glad I doubled this one up because I didn't want to do individual books, but I also didn't mind. Turns out I didn't have much books with the end of the title, starting in the title. So, thank goodness I had this one on my TBR. Yeah, I'm not going to say much about this one because I already did that for the first part of this video, and we really don't want to hear repeats. So, moving on. Prompt number 3, which is not really a prompt, it's more of a challenge. It's morning read. You just read as soon as you wake up to the point where you go to bed, mostly the morning, but anytime you wake up, go ahead and read, and you finish it. So, easy challenge. I just gotta wake up and read. So, prompt number 4, which is another double. I'm just gonna pull it up and save it, and then we're just gonna shorten it up. Okay. Is to do a buddy read. This prompt was so hard to find, but luckily someone on Discord and another readathon joined last month was willing enough to join me in the buddy read for this, which is Cemetery Boys again. And because I don't want to go on anymore about this, let's go on to the next prompt. Prompt number 5 is to basically read a graphic novel. For this one, I decided just to go ahead and add My Hero Academia Volume 4. I've been basically reading this whole series over the last couple months since I got it for my birthday. I got like 20 volumes for it for my birthday. Don't ask why. Actually, I don't care. I wanted to just read the manga and see how it is versus the anime. I don't know how far I am in the anime. I'm pretty sure I don't know. So, no spoilers here. I don't know. But I decided since I already started reading it, why not just add it onto here? Because this is currently the only graphic novel that I'm reading. So, let me just move on before I gush anymore and go to the next prompt. For the next couple prompts, I'm just gonna say it in one go. Number 6 is to basically read 4 books. I don't really have a book for this one again. It's just more of a challenge than anything. Like, you're just supposed to read 4 books. It's like a requirement or whatever. Number 7 is a free space on the bingo board. So obviously, since it's November, we just crossed it off. That's already done because it's a free space. And that's it. So let's go on to the next one. We're at prompt number 8, which is a diverse. Read anything that's just diversity, POC, whatever. For this one, I decided to choose the second book that I apparently pre-ordered. I honestly thought this one was out too already. It has 2 authors. It is completely told in poetry or verse. I read Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. And I really loved it, and from what I read, this is similar to some in the sense they're not exactly the same, of course, different authors, different things and stuff like that, but the fact that it's both in verse and told by a female character is something that I really like. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those things that I'm just going to read like that, so can't wait to read this. Another challenge prompt, which is to read a book in a whole book in a weekend. Basically, obviously, I'm supposed to read a book in a weekend. This is not that bad. I'll probably say one of my shorter books for this. So, prompt number 10 is a TBR repeater. It's basically a book that you've just been placing on tons and tons of TBRs. For this one, is a huge occurring book that I just couldn't bring myself to read is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is the Chronicle of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis. I've always put this book on every single TBR in hopes of me reading it. I'm guessing it's honestly because it keeps saying book 2, and actually this is the first book in the series, but I'm hoping that this month that I will get over it and read it because I loved movies, and so can't wait to actually start reading. Prompt number 11, which is book buying ban. Basically, I'm not allowed to buy any books for the month of November. Pretty easy, simple. I don't buy much books often anymore because I don't have the chance to go out much. Mostly inside most of the time, and when I do, I'm trying to save up for something that I really want. So, yeah. Prompt number 12. Own voices. Actually, for this one, I chose Me and the Crown, which I didn't even know this book was released this year. Until I went and looked it up, I had no clue that this was really released this year. Another one that I know nothing about, but pretty sure I have a premise on what it's about. So, my last prompt for this readathon, and just basically over the month of, November, we're supposed to read a fall colored cover book. For this one, I'm going to hopefully get into Trail Lightning. This is another TBR repeater. This could count for that too. But I have literally been taking this off and on of every TBR too. I literally met the author. I was trying to talk to them, but hey, at BookCon, and they signed it. It's all personalized, and I just want to get through this month too. Once again, I know nothing about it, but it's fall covered. At least to me, I hope it is. To me, it's like this really orange red, so I'm counting it. So in total, I have 9 books planned to read this month over the span of 2 readathons, which some I can't really start reading till the time of it, but As soon as I'm done recording this video, I will go ahead and probably pick up one of these books and start reading. I'll also probably start to talk with the person who I'm reading with, so that we can start too. I'm really excited for this. I hope you all enjoyed the title screeners with the music. I don't know how I feel about them yet, because, you know, it's just not, it's new, so I hope you all enjoy my TBRs. I really like doing this version of it, where I'm just doing the whole span of what readathons during for that month, instead of one readathon at a time. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy this video. I'm gonna go finally get something to drink. I'm thirsty as heck. I really gotta keep blood by me every time I record, and also it's freezing down here. So I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. Go ahead and edit this video, and I'll see you all in the next video, wherever that's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the wrap up. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, night, whatever. Stay safe, enjoy life, and bye.